Okay, after you've done a lot of tone on the face and you start to see a bit of realism in the tone, you can start working on some detail. The first bit of detail I'm working on will be the lips. Now I'm using mechanical pencils for this. I always prefer to use these for detail because not only can you get a much finer pencil line, you can also go quite a lot darker and quite a lot lighter just by pressure. So just refer to the picture. All through the lips there's lines like cracks, and it gets a lot darker and lighter in some areas. And I suppose if you know what you're doing, it really is quite simple, but you just mainly have to pay attention to the picture. I'd say that's the main thing. So if you just start off by drawing some lines in the direction that you can see in the picture. And they don't have to be exactly the same lines that you see. And you'll generally find that the top lip won't have nearly as many lines. Okay, might just zoom in. Hopefully this will work. Okay, let's get rid of this. Now you just want to start adding a little bit of tone, highlighting the shadows. Same down here. And the lips should be a lot darker than the skin next to it. In most cases, really. Switching pencil. In between here, there will be a lot of dark bits. You just want to make them obvious. Okay. Over here, there's some very dark bits. And the important thing with lips is that it's not all one straight line, it's very up and down. Like I say, there's cracks in the lips, so where the cracks will be, there'll be like a lump in between the two. So that's why I haven't done it all straight across. But yeah, really the important thing is just looking at the picture and copying. On the one side of the lip, this is the dark side of the face, of course. It needs to be a lot darker. And underneath as well. Really highlighting the shadows. Just shading in the most of the area. Try and leave a little bit of white. Okay, so that's quite lightly shaded. I'm just going to smudge this with my finger just for ease. Now this picture is quite unusual really, because there's a lot of light colour here. I'll show you in the picture. Around here there's a lot of light colour. You wouldn't expect to see that in most lips. But again, you really are just making sure that you're copying, because that may well be one of the factors that makes Rihanna look like herself. And you don't want to lose any of these aspects of portraiture, otherwise it won't look like her. Do the same again over here, fading inwards. Hopefully you can start to see how the lips are forming. I'm just going to come back to this in a minute. Okay, so as you can see, I've made it a lot darker in some places, and I've highlighted it using the putty. I've just pinched it into a small area like this and dragged lines across it, and then for this area here, obviously just use the flat side of it and dragged across it there. So you're just building up tone with the rubber and making it a lot darker with the pencils. You will find at the moment though that these lines are a bit obscure maybe, so you might need to go over them specifically on one side. I think that's quite important actually. Like I say, you can always come back, bring back the light tone to it again using this. It's just a bit tricky with the camera there. Well, that's my excuse anyway. So like I keep saying, this is really easy. Just keep working it until it looks right. Just following all the principles that I've demonstrated in this video. And eventually you should get some lips. Or some nice looking lips anyway. If you don't find this video that useful, because I'm sure this is definitely not one of my best, then have a look at one of my earlier videos of me drawing the lips of Pixie Lott. I think that was quite useful. Okay, give that a go then.